want to take it to politics again for a quick second.
Oh, Flip Wilson.
Trudeau is letting in less foreign workers.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
So this is courtesy.
What a guy.
I got you. Don't worry, I got you. This is courtesy of Wave Room. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau just announced that Canada will now accept fewer temporary workers. Okay. And he put up a tweet or an X. And he says, we're going to have fewer temporary foreign workers in Canada. We're bringing in stricter rules for companies to prove why they can't hire Canadian workers first.
So I didn't get that. So,
a lot of the times they're bringing in workers to do apple picking, do all these different jobs. We reported on this before, the crazy conditions that they had all the apple pickers under. Foreign workers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that are coming in here and then like they end up working at Timmy's or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Foreign workers, right?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, you know what, let me just go and outsource to somebody cheaper, a foreign worker, or even outsource my call center to the Philippines or something like that, can you make sure that you do the best, you search the most you can to see if you can get a Canadian person to do that job before getting a foreign worker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Getting a whole bunch of different foreign workers down to your farm. Listen, with all due respect to the people in foreign countries who depend on those jobs, I would imagine that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for the Canadians who are looking for jobs, homeless people, all these different people who claim they can't get jobs, if there's more jobs available to people from the country itself, then I think that's a good look for once from Trudeau.
Yep. Well, that's because he knows it's election time too. Soon coming
that
up,
too,
right? So you're trying to make yourself look as good as possible. But I don't know why he even wants to run again. He should just give it up, bro.
There was a point in time, like this week, earlier this week before the pod, that there was a rumor that he was going to be stepping down. But I think he denounced that. I don't think he's going to step down, man.
Well, he needs to. Okay, either way, it's like, what about the home situation? That's really what it is, right? Like, you already did enough damage and sold our country to other countries.
Bro, they overpaid some of the money that they were giving to Ukraine.
Bro, come on, man. That could have helped us, bro. Like this is a guy you want to really, like, I don't want to say it like too vulgar, but you'd want to strangle by the neck, bro. Because it's like, dude, are you seeing what you're doing over there? And dude, and you're not doing, there's guys, women, children, families out here suffering in a rich country like this. That's insane, bro. And
also with the whole foreign worker thing, I think he's also feeling the backlash, he being Trudeau, he's feeling the backlash from the amount of immigrants that have come in that we've covered over and over again. Remember, we were just saying, 1 million immigrants a year started coming into the country, opposed to 400,000,
which is a lot too.
Which is already a lot, right? But was an acceptable amount based on the population growth that we were planning. Now 1 million, now shit is tight, money's tight, everybody's like, Trudeau, bro, this is your fault.
Very much so.
Right? And then remember, out of that million, over 50%, like 56%, were coming from India. And now we have this whole thing where we're having like conflicts with each other, and they're having conflicts and spies and all types of shit that he's having, like, international issues with. Bro, the best solution, if I'm him, is let's close the border up a little bit, bro.
All of it. Just shut it right down and start giving some jobs to the people who really live here and who are from here, man.
Yeah, because you made a mess, bro.
You made a big mess, and you need to clean it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's not going to be able to clean it up.
That's a bandage at the same time. Keep that in mind. Like, okay, well, we're just going to do less foreign workers or foreign. Yeah, that's just a little bandage for the problem that you created, bro, the flood.
It's too far gone because you know what? Those same immigrant workers, they've been here over now 20 years. Mm-hmm. They're the ones who own some of these businesses now. So they're still going to hire their own people.
And have youths and stuff.
They don't want no, like, not to be rude or anything, but they don't want no black person or a white person in their place. Just like we didn't want them when they first came here in our places. So I think it's just reversed and we can't take it.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is real, bro.
Real shit, bro.
That is
like
real, bro.
You can't do it. It's just
Can't
not
do it.
physically possible, right?
You
So
can't do it.
they've already done too much. They've already squeezed out too much of the toothpaste,
So
man.
he's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that if somebody else becomes in charge, like, don't get me wrong. I don't want Trudeau in charge anymore. But the next man, if it's Polyev or whoever else, they're going to have to clean up this nigga's mess.
And then he's still going to look bad. He's going to look bad for the whole 4 years.
Yes,
and
clean
people are
up
gonna be
man's
like, why
mess.
do we get this guy in?
Yeah, because
And
I
he's-
have to clean up the other guy's mess before I can do what I told you I was going to do.
Well, then the first thing, the way he has to clean up the mess, if he gets in, is be strict and stop everything.
So you think that they should stop immigration in Canada? That means everybody. That means our people too.
Yeah,
Remember,
they
we're
can't-
immigrants.
Yeah,
we're
but no,
we're
hold
product
on.
of immigration.
Or products,
Yeah.
right? We're first generation
Mhm.
Canadians. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, but we're products of immigration. Like,
Of course, but everybody is.
but moving forward, like that means no more people from yacht.
Go America, go England. Go do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter for black.
Hold on. Before you continue, they have their own problems, bro. They're having a migrant crisis in America. So I don't know if we could just say, don't come here, go over there. They're gonna be
okay.
like, no, we don't want you neither, bro. We're full.
Wow. I'm just like,
Club's full.
yeah, I know. What was I gonna say? But I feel like unless your country has war, it is war riddled, war torn, or any of the sort,
Refugees, like,
then you can come here.
yeah.
You can escape to asylum or whatever they call it. Right?
Asylum, yeah.
Yeah. I want you here. I don't want you to get blown up into smithereens.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, if you're just coming here because, IT school is a little this and you still have to pay, I don't want you here.
Yeah,
You're taking up jobs. You're taking up space. Get out of here. Go back to your country. You have more things than we do. You have actually more resources than we do.
So let's just to clarify, because I don't want anybody to misconstrue Dusty Wallace, aka Scary Potter, as a racist or anything like that.
No.
He's talking about everybody. Not just the Indian people. He's talking about man from Jamaica, Barbados, everybody stay in your yard, bro.
Stay in your yard.
Or how does my youth say it, Doug Ford? 10 in your yard.
10 in the yard.
10 in your yard.
10 in your yard. Right? So that to me is the only way you can fix some of these problems, because where do the future is the kids.
Yes.
Okay? If my kids can't get jobs, that is going to be a problem in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And because of a guy that comes from another country, can't speak English, gets the job over a kid that can speak it fluently and has been going to school, knows the system, knows what to do, knows not what to do. You're crazy, bro.
So let me ask you another question on this.
Yeah.
Right? And then we'll get off our political segment.
Yeah.
Is that forever, or is that for a extended period of time, and then we'll open up the borders again?
Yeah, I wouldn't say forever, but in extended time. Let our youth, the next generation that I'm saying after us, let them at least be able to buy homes. Let them at least be able to get further in the workforces, whatever they choose, whatever jobs start to be created in the world in the next 10 years to 20. They, like our Canadian kids who are born, raised here, should be the first ones to get that.
So border shut down for the next 10 years, and then you guys can forward back.
And we're checking accounts now. It can't just be some fake accounts that you're showing money.
Yeah.
I want to know that you have over $100,000 to get into this country. So when you come here, you don't have to rely on my system.
Yeah.
You don't have to rely on welfare. You don't have to rely on nothing. Food bank, nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Like your idea, obviously they're not going to do that because Canada is built on immigration.
Yeah.
But if we were to really think this out and just see if this was to happen, that would have our population stay at such a space where it's okay, they're gonna have to bring down the price of housing because it's not overrun with people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're producing. Yes, obviously we're reproducing and stuff like that, but only the people who are here are reproducing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now there's more jobs available, and
you can't just come off a plane and just land.
Yeah. Don't tell me businesses are gonna get shut down because nobody wants the jobs. All the Canadian people are gonna be no, we don't want the jobs anyway. No, I'm sure you'll start seeing more people are applying for Timmy's and I got the job actually.
But what it is too, a lot of people are like, remember Canada, even though we don't show it, it's a racist ass country. Right? Because I'm going to be real. White boy ain't going to want to go work for no Indian man. Especially seeing that his people got money or something for all these years, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you may have to go into the workforce. A lot of white boys ain't gonna want to work for no Indian man. So what do they become? They become their own contractors. They become this and that.
Yeah.
But now things like that now start getting on their nerves because there's contractors now in the construction field, not roofers, qualified roofers from
taking
India,
work,
from Ukraine. Coming and taking the work from the mans that went to school for it here.
Lowballing the shit.
Lowballing it. And then the guy who's born here knows Canadian weather, knows what to do, knows construction, can't even get, like, now he has to go and redo their work.
Yeah.
When you should have just paid that Canadian from the jump.
Yeah, even if it was a little bit extra money. Yeah.
Pay him.
Yeah.
Pay him.
And I think that's what they're trying to enforce in, like, even in the politics in the States. Like, we're going to start doing things more American made.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to start doing as much foreign export or import. I mean, like,
look at us. We're stupid. Canada's stupid. We sell our wood to them
to
and they sell it back.
Yeah.
Where have you ever? What has ever? What the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense to a guy like me, bro.
No, there's a lot of things that are kind of backward about this country. The foreign workers that, like I said earlier, is one bandage, but Trudeau, you're gonna have to do a lot more to get back in people's good graces.
And we're also blaming the wrong Trudeau. We're supposed to blame his father.
His pops?
Yeah, bro. It's his father that got it to where it is today.
He just took over.
Yeah, and he followed pursuit, right?
Or he took over a few.
Yeah. It's not
things
really,
later.
It's not really the son you have to blame. It's the people before him. The couple of prime ministers.
Yeah.
Before him.
There was him.
Chrétien.
There was Harper.
Chrétien. Those kind of guys,
Jean
right?
Chrétien.
They already made it worse for me and you and anything that comes after me and you. Those guys, like our parents were watching these things go down and saying, oh my God, my children are screwed in Canada.
And last thing on this politics thing here, our own Canadian politics, isn't it kind of a coincidence that all of these prime ministers are all from Quebec?
French speaking?
French Canadians. Like, I know because French is our second language here in Canada. It's good to have a prime minister that's fluent in French.
Both, yeah.
Right? Bilingual, right? But like all of these guys who have been given the highest position of power in our country, you know, you just mentioned, what was it, Brian Trudeau or whatever his dad was or whatever.
Yeah.
Pierre Poilievre.
Brian Mulroney.
It was Brian Mulroney, no, I'm bad, right?
Jean Chrétien. With his side boat.
Or Pierre Poilievre is not in power, but yeah, Jean Chrétien was who I was thinking about, right?
Yeah.
All these guys are like hardcore Quebecois. They're not even like a little bit French. Like their accent's more French than English.
So can I ask you a real deep question? Being from those areas of the world.
Yes, please.
You believe them? They even give a damn about black people, really?
Bro, Quebec is one of the most racist places
Thank
out of all of the provinces, bro.
Thank you.
It's probably the most racist province out of the whole of Canada, bro.
Thank you. So when you're saying, let's shut down the borders, don't bring even the Jamaicans, even anybody, Caribbeans, don't. I wouldn't care.
Like, look who's saying it, the Quebecois, right? And I'm from Quebec, and I'm telling you, it's a gracious place because I've experienced it on a high level over there, bro.
Thank you.
We used to have skinheads trying to chase us in the 80s, bro. It's crazy, fam.
There's a place to going towards those places, man. A little small town, man.
Probably Hull or one of those places.
Oh man, I've been there before, man. Oh man, but anyways, bro, I've experienced those places being very, very, very racist.
Bro, the thing is with those places, like we talk about Quebec and everybody thinks about Montreal.
No, difference.
There's a difference between Montreal, which I've experienced the most in Montreal.
Yeah.
But once you start going outside of Montreal, good luck, bro. Quebec City, all these different places, bro. Like, fam, they're gonna look at you crazy. They'll actually even call you a nigga to your face with the ER.
Holy.
Trust me, bro. And this is where a lot of our prime ministers come from, bro. Born and raised.
So do you really think they care about the 100,000?
Hell no.
There's only 100,000 black people in Canada.
If that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they're making these rules for Canadians, they're not really making it for the native Canadian.
Yeah,
they're not making the rules for the black, Afro, and Caribbean Canadians.
They're
really.
trying to include us, but they don't really care like that.
Where? Nah, they have more. I'm gonna be real. They got more. They got more entanglement with the Indian man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the South Asian.
Yeah, they
You
rather
see more of them in like those House of Commons meetings and stuff like that. Like you see a lot of turbans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Than the black man.
Look at Jagmeet Singh. He's one of the most popular people in politics in Canada.
But I tell you this, I hear a lot of his own people don't even mess with him either.
Yeah, but at least you can see his face.
He's visible.
As a visible minority who's representing the South Asian community. Yeah. We don't even have like a big black guy in our politics over here that we're always looking at on the TV. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't. We have a couple guys that claim to be the mayor and but that's like running around play stuff in my eyes, right?
Yeah, and that's city. That's like here in our city, but like on a national level, we don't really have like a black representative that we always see on CP24 talking. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. So a lot of the times when like, have you really ever voted?
I started voting like, let's say a couple of years ago, which is bad for my age.
Yeah.
But like a few years ago, I started voting locally when it came to the mayoral race. Salute to Nia Singh. I voted for Nia Singh a couple times.
For sure. But that's because you've seen a familiar face.
Yeah.
Right? Now, would you vote this? Are you going to vote this time?
Yeah, I'm going to start getting more involved in the process because I complain. I've been podcasting for years talking about how I don't like Trudeau, So if I don't want Trudeau in anymore, even though I understand that there's a part of it that is like pre-planned and everything like that, and if I can do my part in any way, and if it's not pre-planned and my vote counts, then I'm putting it in, bro. I'm trying to get this nigga out of here, bro. Even I don't even know what the other guy's policies are. I got to start looking into it.
Someone told me he's not to insult him, but he's an idiot too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't trust any of these guys. That's why it makes it hard for me to go vote in the first place.
Because there's less of us.
Yeah.
And they don't make it clear for us, right?
Yeah.
So see, in America now, you got Harris. You got something to like familiarize with.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I seen some rappers. Like you're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did ask the right thing earlier, right? Would you do this, right?
Yeah.
Would you vote?
And I never gave my answer. I think I'm gonna keep my political opinion to myself.
What is it? Let me know.
To be honest, bro, I'd probably just do something to split the vote. Like I'd vote for the independent.
So just not both of them.
Yeah. Because I don't believe anything that any of them are saying. I know that Trump is problematic, but he's, I guess, quote unquote, the better choice for the lack of a better terms.
Yeah.
But if I say, okay, let me vote for her because she's supposed to be non-problematic, she has a whole bunch of problematic shit too. They're both trash to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess Trump is the less of the trash, but the amount of bullshit that I've seen come out of his mouth, like, and things that are borderline racist, I'm like, you know what?
I hear you.
I don't like none of y'all. Both of y'all are trash.
I hear you. So you see how like we've never known, like you see how like you can know somebody who is a rapper. We've never known anybody to be the actual prime minister. We didn't grow up with like the prime minister's kids or anything.
Yeah.
So you will never know how sincerely these people really are.
There's no contact or
and there's no one coming out of the woodworks.
We can't relate.
Yes, we can't relate, and there's no one that comes out the woodworks that be like, "Yo, I went to school with this guy," and there is a couple people who can say that, but like they're how high they're up there they are too in the system that you're probably just saying it because something went wrong, a deal went wrong, right? And now you're exposing them or whatever, right? So a lot of times when I see these politicians, what strikes me is like, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
Do you really know what's going on in this world that we are both living in, or am I living in or am I living in the same world as you?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. So,
well, listen, man. Salute to all our people out there who are trying to do something to change the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, like sometimes people are like, "Yo, what does this have to do with hip hop?" And I'm like, "No,
it has a lot to do."
you know, we have to make sure that we're coming from a place where we can like go to a studio, afford to do any of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it all trickles down in the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Times are tough right now, and if we don't, you know, vote for the right people, it's gonna be tougher for on all levels. Back to the music, even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like they're probably gonna cut some of that. Those black
all the funding
and stuff like that. You don't know.
You get the wrong guy in charge. All of that Factor and Ontario Creates and all that cut off. But yeah, salute to all of that shit, man. I got some more hip hop related shit.
We love hip hop.